Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and thanks for checking out the channel. Today I thought I would do a deep dive. Usually I do concerts and different kind of reaction videos, but today, as I've really gotten into the band The Warning, I thought maybe I would look at a list because I've been listening to all their stuff, but I'm not versed well enough to know like what their greatest songs are. I know what I like, and I know all the stuff pretty much off Keep Me Fed, and I love all that stuff, but being newer to the band and checking them out, I wanted to check out a top 10 list and see what was thought of by this group of people to be their 10 best songs. And I figured I would post it, and that way people who watch the channel could tell me what their favorite 10 are. So I could kind of get a feeling to compare what someone like, I don't want to call them an expert or someone that just kind of writes reviews thinks the best 10 are, and then what their fans think the best 10 are. So, we're going to start this off. Let me play my intro real quick, and then we will come back and get to this top 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, are you ready?
Jesus Christ.
That's Mike's Musical Rehab.
All right, so we got the intro in, and we're just going to start this off right off the bat. I put the top 10 list up here so I could bring up. I also took notes of everything so I could give a little bit of insight of what they said, the band said the song is about. So we will start off with the 10th pick that they had on here, and here is number 10. It is Evolve, and I will look at my notes here. Evolve is from the album Air, and the band said that they wrote Evolve about humanity's dangerous obsession with evolution and how sometimes that evolution leads to us slowly leave our humanity behind. Is this dehumanizing evolution right or wrong? That's basically taking on the theory of evolution. I don't know much about it. I don't know this song as well. I've heard it in the concerts and stuff like that, but this was their number 10 pick, so it's not going to be great in depth because I'm not very in depth on the band. I love the band, and I will get further in depth with learning about their music, but right now I'm just a fan listening to their albums and their live concerts. We did the live at the Pepsi Center, and we did the one at the Metropolitan, so that's pretty cool. So, all right, number 10 was Evolve. All right. The number 9 song that they have listed is, let's see if anyone agrees with this, Money. All right, and from my notes, Money is off the album Air, which is the second one in a row because Evolve is off the album Air. And it says, this was their notes from the band. The song aims to shine light on the darkness surrounding widespread corruption and greed, as well as crippling effects it can have on society. The band said in a press release, when we allow power and profit to take control over our lives, our natural human tendencies, like feeling empathy and compassion for one another, become lost and forgotten. That is a killer message because it is taking money into effect, like for everything. You know, whether you're a person that follows the Bible or doesn't follow the Bible, you know, it speaks of the money being the root of all evil. And it has a way of you don't want it to change you, but you see it in everyday life, people who come about money, how it can change you and power can change you. Makes me think of a movie that I watched called Stanford. I can't think of the title exactly. It was like the Stanford experiment. But what they did was they took a bunch of students and they did a whole experiment where they put it in a prison situation, and they made half the students like prisoners and half the students guards. And within 2 days, people like adapted to these roles of power, and it was like they actually had to shut the whole thing down because it got too out of control. But money is one of those things that can really lead to like people just change sometimes. And I mean, not everybody. A lot of people stay good, but some people it's just too much for them to handle. So, all right, number 9 was Money. All right, we are going to take a look here. Let's put these out. Number 8. The number 8 one, let's see if people agree, is the song Choke. So we will look at the meaning of choke, and the drummer Paul said, choke is about being so overwhelmed by your feelings that you start to drown on them and choke on them. And we really wanted that song to reflect that hopelessness you sometimes feel and just offer to everyone as a safe place to feel those feelings and just like a place of comfort for them. And I know Paul, the drummer, wrote many songs where she really deals with the struggles with anxiety, and everybody kind of deals with the struggles of anxiety in life. And some people it's worse. It's nowadays, I really think with so many things like social media and stuff like that, it's really putting a pressure on people they never had before to live up to something that is not really obtainable. Nobody's life on their Facebook is as good as they make it seem. So you only see the good parts, not the bad parts. So that song really has a cool like story behind it. I love that drummer's voice also mixed in with Danny, the lead singer. They're just killer, man. So love that. All right, so we had Choke at number 8. So we will take that down. The number 7 choice they have for this is 6 Feet Deep. And we will look into 6 Feet Deep. They didn't have any information on what they said the song was about. But I took the lyrics, which say, so what you gonna say when you're choking on my name, 'cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. Got you figured out. Can't get any lower now, 'cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. And I take that meaning basically to be like, kind of like a big FU to critics. You know, critics can be the harshest component. I'll move over here. Critics can be the harshest component to a band, and I think that's their way of saying, like, screw you. We're here. We're going to be doing what we're doing. We don't care what you say, and you try to take us down, we'll take you down. So that's a great song. So definitely love that. 6 Feet Deep from the album Keep Me Fed. And it seems like every song on here, I will say, is from Keep Me Fed or Error. So, all right, let's go to number 6. Their number 6 choice was Sharks. I'm going to move over so I can get in the camera. All right, Sharks. And we will look into what Sharks is about. Sharks is off Keep Me Fed, and it's the 9th track on the Warning's 4th studio album, Keep Me Fed. It's about being judged all the time and being damned if you do and damned if you don't. As drummer Paulina Villarreal, I can't pronounce names, explained in the track-by-track breakdown, the song originated from a demo that Paulina created on a MIDI keyboard with the drum loop and a bass synth, and she thought the melody sounded like Sharks. So it's kind of cool that the title of the song just basically came from what she thought it sounded like to her. And true to form, that is always like, you know what, you ain't going to make everybody happy. If you try to think you're doing the right thing on something, it will be the wrong thing to somebody else. So why even bother? You don't need to just be yourself and do what you're going to do. All right, so that was number 6, which was Sharks. Now we're going to go to what their number 5 was. Number 5 is Automatic Sun, and we're going to read about this song, but I love this song. This was the first song I heard from the band, The Warning, on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, so this song is great. And Paulina defined the phrase Automatic Sun as a person who just has warmth and this energy and gravitational pull that can't help but just go to them. She cited the track as her favorite song on the album, as well as her favorite to play live. And we all have that person in our lives, or someone that we know that just makes us feel better when we're around them. And it's great to have that person that's just, whether it's a family member, a friend, a parent, a sibling, it's just, or a spouse. It's or boyfriend, girlfriend, it's great to have that person that every day just brings some kind of light into your life and makes you feel better every day. So, great song, Automatic Sun, one of my favorites. All right, their number 4 song that they had was Disciple. I know this song also, and Disciple is off the album Air. And Disciple is about social media and how opinions are brought on social media and are fed to us in a way that we don't even know. And how by breeding ignorance and cultivating hate, people gain a lot of power and money. And this is really true, 100%. Like, I often talk to people that have like a different opinion than I do about politics or anything. Like, and I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying either's wrong. But as you look into things and you follow down a rabbit hole in a certain side, there's an algorithm on like the internet that will constantly feed you things that go into your narrative. We don't even realize it. We just keep getting these stories and we're only getting one side of the story. And it's really influencing our minds into things because we think this story's out everywhere, but it's really just an algorithm on the computer feeding us this stuff. So, yeah, Disciple is that's a great song idea. That's killer, man. I'm great song also, so I can't say anything negative on that. Number 3 on here. Más Quieres. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But let's see. It says that's off Keep Me Fed. And the lyrics say, "Tell me what else you want. Don't deny it anymore. I secretly charge you. I'll take everything. You're not going to hide from me. I know you'll always come back. You know how it's going to end, but you're going to stay here." And that's the chorus to the song. And even though they didn't have a meaning behind it that they wrote like down, just from the lyrics, what I could tell is this can relate to so many things in life, whether it's a bad relationship that you keep coming back to, whether it's drugs, people seem to go back to it. It's that thing that you can't break free from. It just keeps pulling you back and pulling you back every time you think you can get away. But for some reason in your mind, you feel like you need that or you deserve that. And you always end up at the same place. And it's almost like this circle that just keeps going and you can't get out of it. So, great song. I think I know it. Obviously, they've played it live and I've heard the live concerts, but I'm going to have to check that one out again. So, that was number 3. The number 2 song here that we're going to get into is More. And I know this song also, but More is off Keep Me Fed. It seems like the last 3 were off Keep Me Fed. And it says that it says More is a natural transition to our musical evolution where we get to express our taste in music in a fresh and cooler sound, maintaining the Warning's core rock sound. More is a song about relationships, push and pulls, and wanting more out of life. And that's a great meaning, especially for fans. That seems like they're brilliant songwriters. And I know they don't write all the songs because I've seen some of them had multiple different songwriters, but they're always involved in everyone, and it seems like they write a lot of them on their own. But that's a great thing about in life. You should always want more. You should always strive for more. And the thing is, like, if your whole goal in life is to get married and have a family, if you do that, and you get that more, you need to appreciate it every day that you actually... Having more always isn't about getting more. It's always so about appreciating the things that you have while you're there. If you can appreciate, you always have more. So, great lyrical content to that and a great song. So, we will go to what their number 1 is. And this, I agree with because I really like this song, but there's a couple that aren't on here that I really enjoy. But the number 1 song they have is Hell You Call a Dream. And from my understanding about this song, I'll bring up the notes, but from what I can say, it says that it tries to express the most musicians find hard to express. It says, tries to express a feeling most musicians try to find hard to express. When you're touring, you experience the positives, the negatives, the whole spectrum of emotion all at once. It's about how something you love so much can be something that weighs you down, but continue to do it out of love. It's fulfilling, but it's tiring. And that's I've heard a lot of songs about that. There's a song by Stone Sour called Zigzag Road, and it's all about how like this guy achieved everything he wanted to achieve, but sometimes you're just tired. It's great at the same time. It's this anchor that's just pulling you down, and it's mixing that combo that you're fulfilling a dream in life, but to fulfill that dream, sometimes you're giving up other things that just mean as much to you also. So it's trying to find that balance. And, find that balance in life, everything's always going to be good. So I love this band, The Warning. This was the top 10 list they had right here. And let me know what you guys think a good top 10 would be for me to check out. So, I was surprised, like, I didn't see Choke on here. I love the song Choke. I love the song Narcisista. That one's so cool. I love the combination between Danny's vocals and Paul's vocals. It's really, really cool. I think that's amazing. And I'm surprised just because I'm such a fan of the song because she was so young when she wrote it, is When I'm Alone. And I love that song. I think that's such a killer song. And I love at the Pepsi Center how she does the acoustic version of it. Black Holes is a great song. Trying to think of the title of the one that I really love that she wrote about depression, that just kind of the anxiety. The only time she performed it live was at the Pepsi Center. She really broke down performing it, and that's a beautiful song from what I remember. Breathe, that's the name of the song. Such a killer song. I love that. The lyrical content to that, anyone can relate to. So this was the top 10 list that they had, and I don't know if it's right by the sense of, I know there's stuff that I really enjoy that's missing, but maybe you guys could throw something more that you think should be the number one song or should have been in the top 10 also. So, as always, music makes life better. This was definitely a different kind of video because usually I'm reviewing a song. This was just coming in and checking out a top 10 list, something for fun. So, as always, thank you guys for being here. Please like and subscribe, and have an amazing, amazing night. I'll be back with more music reviews. I got the new Bloodywood song, and really excited, and a couple Dan Vasc live streams. So I will see you all in the next video. All right. Bye.